Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of one of history's greatest minds, Isaac Newton. This guy wasn't just smart, he was like the universe's gift to physics, math, and, well, just about every scientific field you can think of. We're talking about the mind that gave us the laws of motion, the universal law of gravitation, and even calculus. Newton's work literally changed the way we understand the universe and our place in it. It's no exaggeration to say that his discoveries laid the foundation for modern science. So, buckle up as we explore 10 mind-blowing facts about the one and only Sir Isaac Newton. Get ready to have your mind blown wide open. You know how we take for granted that things move the way they do? Like, when you throw a ball, it follows a certain path, right? Well, before Newton, nobody really understood why. Newton's genius was in figuring out the fundamental laws that govern motion for, well, pretty much everything. These laws, my friends, are the bedrock of classical mechanics. They explain how objects move under the influence of forces and why planets orbit stars in predictable ways. Without Newton's laws, we wouldn't have rockets, cars, airplanes, heck, even understanding how a simple pendulum works would be a mystery. Okay, so you've probably heard the story Newton's chilling under an apple tree, an apple falls, and bam, he discovers gravity. Now, like most good stories, it's probably a bit embellished, but the core concept is true. Newton was the first to realize that the same force pulling that apple to the ground also holds the moon in orbit around Earth. Think about that for a second. It's one thing to observe an apple falling, it's another level of genius to connect that to the motion of celestial objects. Newton's law of universal gravitation showed us that every object in the universe attracts every other object. It's what keeps our feet on the ground and the planets dancing in their cosmic ballet. Now, if you thought figuring out gravity was impressive, hold on to your hats. Newton also co-invented calculus. You see, to really understand how objects move and change over time, you need a way to describe those changes mathematically. Calculus is that language. Imagine trying to describe the exact shape of a curving line or calculating the speed of an object at any given moment. That's where calculus comes in. It gives us the tools to understand motion, change, and rates of change with incredible precision. It's like the mathematical engine that powers physics and engineering. Chapter 4, Optics and Light Unlocking the Rainbow's Secrets. Ever wonder how prisms create rainbows? Well, Newton did more than wonder. He experimented. By shining a beam of white light through a prism, he demonstrated that white light is actually a mixture of all the colors of the rainbow. Mind blown, right? Newton's work in optics didn't stop there. He built the first reflecting telescope, which used mirrors instead of lenses to gather light. This revolutionized astronomy, allowing us to see fainter objects in the night sky with greater clarity. Talk about a guy who wasn't afraid to shed light on the mysteries of the universe. Chapter 5, The Principia, Newton's masterpiece. In 1687, Newton published his magnum opus, Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, also known as the Principia. This wasn't just a book, it was a revolution. In it, Newton laid out his laws of motion, universal gravitation, and a whole lot more. The Principia is considered one of the most important scientific works ever written. It's not exactly light reading, but trust me, it transformed our understanding of the physical world. It's like the ultimate physics textbook written by the guy who basically wrote the laws of physics in the first place. Chapter 6, Master of the Mint Newton's Unexpected Career. So you'd think a guy who basically cracked the code of the universe would be content just hanging out in his lab, right? Not Newton. He also served as the warden and later master of the Royal Mint. That's right, the guy who defined gravity was also in charge of making sure your money was legit. And you know what? He was really good at it. Newton took his job seriously, even going undercover to catch counterfeiters. He helped reform the English currency system, making it more stable and secure. Leave it to Newton to bring order to chaos, even in the world of finance. Chapter 7, Alchemy's Influence, the Secrets Newton Explored. Now here's where things get really interesting. Besides his groundbreaking scientific work, Newton was also deeply fascinated by alchemy. Yes, you heard that right, alchemy. The medieval forerunner to chemistry that was obsessed with transmuting metals and finding the elixir of life. While it might seem like a contradiction, Newton's interest in alchemy actually reveals a lot about his scientific process. He was a relentless experimenter, always searching for deeper truths, even if those truths seemed a bit out there. Plus, some historians believe his alchemical studies might have influenced his later work on optics and chemistry. In 1705, Isaac Newton, the man who had revolutionized science, mathematics, and even currency, received yet another honor. He was knighted by Queen Anne. That's right, he became Isaac Newton. Now, knighthoods were usually given for military or political achievements, but Newton's contributions to science were so profound that even the Queen recognized his greatness. It's a testament to the impact his work had on society and the way it elevated the status of science itself. Remember how we talked about Newton's work in optics? Well, he didn't just study light, he used his knowledge to build a revolutionary new type of telescope, the reflecting telescope. See, traditional telescopes used lenses, which could cause chromatic aberration, meaning the colors in the image wouldn't focus properly. Newton's reflecting telescope solved this problem by using mirrors instead of lenses. This allowed for larger, more powerful telescopes that could gather more light and produce sharper images. It was a game changer for astronomy, opening up new windows into the cosmos. Newton's impact wasn't just limited to the realm of science. His work had a profound influence on philosophy, religion, and the way we see ourselves in the universe. His emphasis on reason, observation, and mathematical laws helped usher in the Age of Enlightenment. Newton showed that the universe wasn't some random, chaotic place, but rather a system governed by predictable laws. This idea empowered thinkers to explore the natural world with a new sense of confidence and curiosity. It's no exaggeration to say that Newton's legacy continues to shape the way we think and understand the world around us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about Isaac Newton, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. See you next time.